Hey there! Welcome to Fluent, where we'll be sharing with you the latest trends in luxury and lifestyle. And for today's video, we'll be talking about the luxurious Middle Eastern resort of the future. So, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever we upload new videos. It's free, and you can always change your mind later on. And that way, you can also be easily notified of any new content as they get released. With that said, let's continue. This 28,000 square kilometer area of sand, mountains, and immaculate coastal areas are poised to be converted into a mega resort with a span of Arabian deserts the size of Belgium. World-famous architects are trying to work villas into cliff faces, integrating hotels on gleaming beachfronts, establishing entire towns, and building an enormous new airport so tourists could get there. The humongous Red Sea project is expected to generate 70,000 new jobs and a $5.3 billion boost to the Saudi economy. But it will be built on environmentally sensitive land. The region is also home to several endangered species and boasts one of the largest barrier reef systems. It will be a delicate balance of conservation and ambition to build here, all while guaranteeing the project's energy efficiency in one of the world's hottest and most isolated areas. Here's how a desert is being transformed into a luxury resort. The Red Sea project is massive by nearly any standard. In Phase 1 alone, 16 hotels will be erected, the majority of which will be located on Shura Island. This is a location enveloped by more than 170 different types of coral, and these natural wonders inspired the Foster & Partners designed Coral Bloom Resorts. The colors and shapes of the reef were integrated into the hotel's buildings, which appear to have drifted up on shore. A new 3-kilometer bridge will link it and the other Shura Island hotels to the mainland and to 2 additional resorts, Southern Dunes and Desert Rock. The luxury that you'd expect from a high-end hotel will be available at Southern Dunes. However, for those of us who preferred the concept of living under a rock, its neighbor will provide a very different dynamic. Desert Rock features a sort of architecture that could only come from the tough Arabian terrain, with villas constructed into the mountainside. Visitors will have access through some kind of hidden valley tucked away between the mountains, as imagined by Oppenheim architecture. The main aim is to integrate them with nature and the local culture of the region. All of these hotels look stunning, but you have to be able to get to them, which is why a completely new international airport is being built. It will be made up of a series of outward-facing shells inspired by desert dunes. The goal of this is to be an anti-airport airport, a stress-free environment. Passengers will be guided through a serene, optimized arrival procedure that features a mini oasis. More than 215 million people can be reached in 3 hours by plane, and 80% of the world's population can be reached in 8 hours. The remote location, more than 500 kilometers from Jeddah, necessitates the construction of a dedicated coastal village to house the 14,000 employees who will eventually work here. The village, which is already inhabited, functions as a self-sustaining little city with its own catering and medical facilities. It is currently home to over 10,000 people who are working on this massive project. The Red Sea Development Company now aspires for all of this to be established and maintained in a sustainable manner. Their goal is to run the project completely on renewable energy, while causing the least amount of disturbance to the surrounding environment. But is it truly possible for a project of this magnitude, designed to put the region on the map of global tourism, to be sustainable in the long term? The answer is yes. Nevertheless, the obstacles are substantial. Biological diversity is being promoted by strategically planting mangroves, seagrass corals, and land vegetation. Many of the buildings in the project have also been devised with the surrounding environment in mind. They will also be streamlined to consume less energy. Before we continue, we would love to know what you think about this very ambitious project. Do you think it will really be possible to construct it in a sustainable manner? Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Once you're done, let's get going, shall we? The establishments on Shura Island will be constructed using lightweight materials and off-site manufacturing, enabling a more power-efficient construction process. Their location, which appears to be random at first look, is actually very strategic. They're there not only to protect the island's mangrove swamps, but also to create a defensive structure against erosion. Shaded areas and natural ventilation will aid in lowering the international airport's dependence on air conditioning. Even its overall design is geared towards minimizing waste. It consists of 5 mini terminals that can be deliberately opened and closed as needed. Desert Rock will be inspired by the indigenous peoples of the region's centuries-old architectural practices. Buildings carved into the mountainside will benefit from the thermodynamic properties of stone and be inherently cooler, necessitating less electricity for air conditioning. Many of the structures will also help to regenerate native flora by utilizing special rainwater catchment systems strategically placed throughout the resort. While any excavated material, including stone, will be reused in building construction to a large extent. While 22 islands in the region are being utilized, 75% of the archipelago will remain undeveloped. 9 islands have been designated as special conservation zones. The entire project will not be connected to the national grid. Rather, the world's largest battery storage facility is being constructed so that the development can run independently on solar power. At almost every turn, there are special ecological aspects to take into account. There will be no waste in landfill and no single-use plastic. 3 seawater reverse osmosis plants will be constructed, and wastewater will be recycled whenever possible. Reusing it in a landscape nursery or to create wetland habitats. As you might expect, designing and building a Belgium-sized development in the desert while tackling an airport, cave hotel, and an entirely new infrastructure system is therefore not simple. The design and engineering teams must collect vast amounts of data, ranging from the severity of the sun on any given day to the deterioration of island coastlines to the ideal locations for indigenous plants. The Red Sea project is indisputably ambitious, with extremely lofty ecological and sustainability goals. If it is successful, it will dramatically transform the region, transforming what was once a desert into an international tourist destination. It serves as a reminder of the power of construction, which has the potential to set new standards for sustainable development and attempt to build with our natural environment in utmost consideration. Thank you for watching. I hope you gained some inspiration from this video. If you did, remember to hit the notification button and then subscribe to this channel. That way, you'll be updated anytime we upload life-changing videos like this to help you get fluent, stay fluent. Until next time, bye!